Hi everyone, Laura here from Wani, and today I'm speaking with Wendy Dio. Wendy, how are you today?
I'm very well, and thank you for your support. Really welcome it. Thank you.
Well, I'm really excited to talk to you today. We have something really special to speak about. We're here to talk about the 3rd annual Ride for Ronnie motorcycle concert and event, which is happening on May 7th in Encino, California. What can you tell us about this event?
Well, we started it 3 years ago, and it was something that we put together when we did the 5-year memorial for Ronnie, and a lot of fans were coming out from all different countries, and we thought, well, we should have some things for them to do. So we put the bowling in the day before the memorial, and we put the ride in after. And they became so successful that we decided to continue with the ride and with the bowling and make them annual events. So this is our 3rd annual event of the Ride for Ronnie, and it's building every year. The first year we had, I think we had 150 bikes and about 500 people in attendance to the concert. Last year we had 350 bikes and 1,500 people.
Wow.
And yeah, it's building. We're hoping to get twice as many this year, and we got a great lineup. And of course, Eddie Trunk has always been fantastic and is again there for us hosting it. And we have some great bands playing. It starts off in Harley-Davidson in Glendale, who are one of our sponsors. And they ride through the streets to Encino, into Los Encinos Park. And then we have the concert begins, and we've got DIO Disciples, which is Ronnie's band, touring band for the last 17 years, Lynch Mob, and Rough Cut, who have reformed again, and Eddie Money, and Sonia Harley, and No Small Children, and Ernie's Loveless. So they'll all be performing, and we also have Stephen Adler just came in, and he's going to bring in an all-celebrity band. We don't know exactly who yet, but we should know by next week who all of his celebrities are coming in to play for us.
Oh, wow, how exciting.
It's very exciting. Yeah, we have food vendors there, and we have raffle, and the raffle's only $1 a ticket, and there's some great items. We have live auction, silent auction. We have got Eddie Money's leather trench coat from the Millennium Tour, which is graciously donated to us. We have a signed Great White guitar. We have a bundle of Black Sabbath stuff. We've got a bundle of Dio stuff. We've got wine tasting certificates. We've got restaurant certificates. We've got tickets to tickets to Slayer, tickets to Yes. We've got so many amazing things, and everybody's been so gracious.
That sounds great. So last year, the Ride for Ronnie event raised over $50,000 for the Ronnie James Dio Stand Up and Shout Cancer Fund. What's the fundraising goal for this year?
Well, we're hoping we'd love to double it, but if we can get to 75,000, we'll be happy. We will be donating another 25,000 to Dr. Wong from UCLA this year, who is developing a saliva test to detect cancer, early detection from cancer.
Oh, perfect.
So we're very excited about that.
That's actually a perfect segue, Wendy. You can't make this up, because my next question was, how does the foundation put this type of money to work? Like, where does it go?
Okay, so we've donated about $400,000 so far to MD Anderson for their research and education where Ronnie was treated. We've given probably about $500,000 to TJ Martell for their cancer research. Now and also Nashville, Vanderbilt and Nashville, and now we're giving. I think we've given him 25 and 25. Yeah, 25 at the ride last year, 25 at the bowling, and we'll be giving another 25,000 this year for Dr. Wong at UCLA for his research and education. Because, you know, education of early detection is very, very important. Women are really good about getting checked. Men are not. So what we're trying to do is concentrate on a lot of the cancers that there's not a lot of research money going into, and that is stomach cancer and prostate cancer, colon cancer, and pancreatic cancer, which do strike women, but mostly for men. And men, you've got to drag them there because they don't want to get checked. But early detection saves lives, and we try to get this across all the time.
Excellent. That's fabulous. So there are a few different ways that the people of Glendale, Encino, the world can participate in this event on the 7th. What are the three different ways that people can participate?
Well, if they go on to diocancerfund.org, they can see our upcoming events, and they can donate. They can buy T-shirts, which 100% of the money goes to cancer research, and see what other things we have going on during the year. Excellent.
Just for people who are listening, there are also three ways that you can participate in the Ride for Ronnie. There is a rider participation, there is a passenger participation, and there is also a concert admission. So if anyone's interested, go check out that website that Wendy just mentioned.
Yeah, the tickets are very reasonable. I think the ticket for the concert, the pre-sale ticket is only $25 for the concert. For the rider, I think it's $35, and day of show, I think it's $30 for the concert.
Fabulous.
And I think 35 or 40 for the rider.
It sounds like such an exciting...
It's a reasonable, we try to keep the costs down and raise money. So this is what we try to do. Value for money. I mean, it's great value for money to come in for $25 to see all these bands and have a fun time with the music, with the vendors there, with the raffle. We have beer and wine there for sale. We have lots of food trucks there, and it's a fun day, keeping Ronnie's music and his memory alive, and money going to a good cause.
Yeah, it really does sound like there's something for everyone there, which is great. You did mention that the Dio Disciples are on the bill for the concert on the 7th. There has been a little bit of talk, just speaking of the Dio Disciples, about a potential upcoming tour complete with a hologram of Ronnie. What can you tell us about this project?
Well, we did one song, We Rock, and we debuted it at Wacken in Germany last year to 75,000 people, and we did it again in LA with this year at Polestar Awards. We're working on one where we will have 6 songs of Ronnie, and we think it will be a great idea for Ronnie to be seen again by people who loved him and wanted to see him again up on stage, and for those who never got to see him. It will be him performing with his live band that have been touring with him for the past 17 years, and lots of Dio music. He will come in and out about 6 times, and we're hoping everyone will like it. We're trying to just keep his music and his memory alive for the fans. Ronnie was a great innovator of music, and I think he would be an innovator of technology. Both of us actually tried to do a hologram in 1986 when we did the Sacred Heart tour, where we had Ronnie's head in a crystal ball. We did it with rear projection, but that's a lot of stuff to take on the road. With rear projection, with his head talking through a crystal ball.
Oh, wow.
So I think. But yeah, we did that, and he was always very intrigued with Disneyland and all the things that they had with the holograms going on. And in fact, he did an interview where they asked him if he was going to retire anytime soon, and he said, "No, I'll be going until the day I die. I'm probably going after that too." So I think he, as I said, people, they either like the idea or they don't like the idea. But let's see what happens and see if everyone likes it.
Excellent. What was the reaction from the 75,000 crowd at Wacken last year?
They loved it. When you see it, it's completely, the record company and myself, I'd worked on it for over a year, and I didn't think it would affect me. But when you saw him up on stage with the band, I was in tears, and as were most of the fans. But they loved to see him back up on stage.
Yeah, of course. Excellent. That was actually my next question. I was going to ask what it was like for you to see him on stage like that.
Very emotional. Yeah. Very emotional.
Ronnie was and still is a very loved member of the heavy metal community. There are so many in the community who didn't get the chance to see him live. For those who have been unable to experience him on stage, how would you describe him, and how well does this hologram project capture the live Dio experience?
Well, I think, when you look at him up there on stage with the band, he looks just like he's back there again, performing, because it is him performing. It's a lot of work, and then they do a lot of digital stuff, but it is him performing up there and singing to a live track with the live band, and I think it's a great experience. I think the people that haven't seen him would love to see it because they never got the chance to see it, and it's not like a video. It's not like looking at a video. It's like actually seeing him on stage. And I think it's emotional, and as I said, some people will like it, some people don't like the idea, and that's their opinion.
Excellent. Just for the geek in me, what kind of technology is used for a project like this? Are you partnering with any particular tech companies or vendors to help produce this sort of project?
Yeah, we've been using Legacy that did Avatar and the Last Jungle Book, and they're amazing people. It takes a lot of work. It's filmed, and then they have to digitize every single little part to get Ronnie's, to get his moving, his eye movements right, everything completely correct. It takes a lot of work and a lot of money, but we're improving. This one will be far better improved than the last one because we learned a lot of things on the last one. But it is a long process, and it takes, this won't be ready until at least September, maybe later in the year.
Excellent. And that's going to be a US tour, is that right?
I don't know yet. We're just talking to people in the US, we're talking to people in Europe, so I don't know.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to cross my fingers for hopefully a Canadian date, so you just let me know. Excellent.
Well, we'll make sure we come up to Canada.
Thanks, Wendy. I appreciate it. So just back to the Ride for Ronnie, the event that's happening on the 7th. If people want to know more about both the ride and also the Hologram tour project, where can they go for more information?
They can go to either the Dio site, the Ronnie James Dio, or the Dio Cancer Fund. Or the Dio Cancer Fund.org will only give you information on the things that are going on with the Cancer Fund. But the Ronnie James Dio site, you can go on there and you can see other things that we might be doing, or what's coming on and what's coming out. I mean, we just put out a 6-album box set that Warner's just put out again. It was called A Decade of Dio.
Oh,
that
excellent.
just came out. And, there's lots of different things in the works that are coming out. So they can go to the Ronnie James Dio site to see those things, or they can go to diocancer.org to see what we're doing with the Cancer Fund. We keep them separate.
Excellent. Fabulous. Well, Wendy, thank you so much. Those were all the questions that I had for us today. Is there anything that you would like to add that you would like fans to know about that I perhaps missed?
I think you've covered mostly everything. I just want to thank you for your continued support of this, and we really, really, really appreciate it. We really appreciate every penny we can raise for cancer to get rid of this horrible disease, which, seems to be taking so many lives. But I do think we are coming a long way. Breast cancer's come a long way. It's not the death warrant it used to be, and we're hoping that this will do the same thing for the gastric cancers.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Wendy, for your time today. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and all the best with the Ride for Ronnie on the 7th of May.
Me too. Always a pleasure, and thank you so much again for your support. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Wendy. Have a great day.
You too. It was a great interview, by the way.
Oh, thanks so much. Cheers. Bye.
Okay. Bye.